E.M. Forster. One of the famous question in exam that he was secretary of. Secretary of Maharaja of Devas. The question, एक बार तो simple question था that he was the secretary of Maharaja of Devas, और एक बार tough question था. Because in options there were two Maharaja of Devas, the junior and the senior. Senior Maharaja of Devas. He was secretary of senior Maharaja of Devas. In British Imperial Raj, he was serving as a secretary. By 1920s, he was the private secretary. The name of the Maharaja is Tukoji Rao III. Tukoji Rao III. The name of the Maharaja. Maharaja of Devas. He was the private secretary of Tukoji Rao. इसका एक नॉन फिक्शन वर्क है, वो नोट कर लो, द हिल ऑफ देवी. The Hill of Devi is a non-fiction work that gives the Hill of Devi is a non-fiction work that gives the non-fictional account of this time. The non-fictional account of this time. Let's go for the most important, the world classic, and also the part of post-colonials. Passes to India. This will take time. In Passes to India, what you have to remember, it is not only just a novel, it is also dealing with colonization and post-colonial India. It's the part of post-colonials. We can also study it separately. World classic है, tips पे होना चाहिए. आपको टिप्स पे होना चाहिए, इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. पैसेज टू इंडिया, इसका फिर एक पैसेज टू इंग्लैंड है. हु हैज रिटन पैसेज टू इंग्लैंड? अ ब्राउन मैन्स जर्नी थ्रू वेस्टर्न सिविलाइजेशन. अ ब्राउन मैन्स जर्नी थ्रू वेस्टर्न सिविलाइजेशन, पैसेज टू इंग्लैंड, पार्थ सारथी. चलो, लेट्स गेट बैक टू दिस पॉइंट. नाउ सी व्हाट हैपेंस. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, लेट्स गो फॉर सम कैरेक्टर. डॉक्टर अजीज, Professor Godbole, Dr. Aziz, Professor Godbole, Adela Quest, most important character. Mrs. Moore, another most important character. Mr. Fielding, and then some minor characters. These are the important characters. They are directly and indirectly connected to the story and develop the story. So Dr. Aziz is a doctor, he's an educated person, a good man, a good Muslim, a good man, an open-minded person. He thinks that he's educated, so somewhere he belongs to the educated people only, and he is very much fascinated with the white people. He's happy that white people are there. He wants to learn from them, he wants to form a friendship, he wants to share the cultural things. He's happy, he's a good man. वो बहुत खुश है कि whites के साथ अच्छी दोस्ती है, आए हैं हमारे यहाँ पे, हम लोग एक दूसरे से बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं. So he's very much friendly to the white people. Professor Godbole, another educationist, educated man, but also understands that the white and blacks, or the white and browns can't be together. Professor Godbole somewhere has a different understanding. He is very practical, philosophical, and he understands the difference. The character of Professor Godbole is important for this purpose only, representing the another side of India. अब देखो क्या होता है यहाँ. Dr. Aziz को बहुत ज़्यादा fascination है. Like some people, when they read it, as I said, he's a good man, expecting them to be a good friend. Some people don't like it. Some say that Dr. Aziz was fascinated. He goes to meet Mr. Fielding, tries to form friendship with him, and there are certain scenes when he goes to meet Mr. Fielding. Mr. Fielding is taking bath. He says, "Hello, Mr. Fielding, can you guess my height? How do I look?" He says, 5 feet tall, something like this. And he is so much excited that, okay, I'm talking to a foreigner. Then when Mr. Fielding is taking bath, he picks his hat, tries in front of the mirror, tries to look one of them. He somewhere feels that he is equal to them. And he has this kind of feeling. Now what happens? There is a friendship. Now he gets in touch with Mrs. Moore and Adela Quest. She is the heroine of the story. Mrs. Moore, the old age woman, she has come to see India. Adela Quest, her name Quest is Khoj, in quest of India. Adela Quest wants to see the real India. She is fascinated with the stories about India when they enter the snake charming scene, the jugglers, the monkey, those who are carrying monkey and bear, Nautankies, these kind of things they see. Now Adela wants to see more. Adela, Mrs. Moore and Dr. Aziz, they make a plan that, okay, I will show you the other side of India. And they make a plan to go to the Malabar Hills. Okay, तो चलो आपको घुमा के लाऊं. Mrs. Moore is a good woman. There is a beautiful scene. Dr. Aziz is in the mosque in midnight. Dr. Aziz masjid में है आधी रात को. Mrs. Moore comes. So he says, please keep your slippers outside. Please drop your slippers. She says, I already have dropped it. Aziz likes it. That okay, she respects us. Then Aziz says that, what are you doing being a white woman in midnight? It's not safe. There is nobody. She says, God is there. God is watching. This shows that Mrs. Moore is philosophical, has a good acceptance. They become good friends. Now when they go for Malabar Hills, there is a cave. People have come to see the cave. Mrs. Moore is tired. She says that I cannot walk. You and Adela Quest go and explore. I'm an old woman. I'm not able to walk. I won't be going. In cave, there is an echo sound. Boom, boom. ये याद रखना some question में ये. There is a cave. Cave has an echo sound. Boom, boom, boom. Somewhere seeing a lot of people. Adela is alone, seeing a lot of people, then getting the boom boom sound. Somewhere she gets nervous, scared, and runs out. She somewhere has got scared. When she runs out, in an attempt to leave the place, she falls, gets a lot of scratches and some thorns, कुछ कांटे वाटे लग जाते हैं, and she is rescued by another white woman. They take her to hospital where she is in trauma. They come with a lot of questions, with the repeated question that did Mr. Aziz try to molest you? Where unwillingly, she says yes. Unwillingly, unknowingly, she says yes. Aziz is in court. And now the court scene starts. And everybody doubts Aziz. Aziz realizes that these white friends who know that I'm a good man is not trusting. They're not listening. And now I'm taken to the court. Now the lawyers from the side of Aziz, an Indian lawyer, then the another lawyer, they come, they talk, there is a proper debate. Then a lawyer, the foreigner, he comes and says that Dr. Aziz is separated from his wife. He's not living with his wife, he's separated from his wife. And this can be one of the reasons that he must have tried to molest this lady, Adela Quest. His personal letters, they read it in the court. And then what happens? Just one woman can tell some truth. That is Mrs. Moore. Mrs. Moore can tell the truth. But the point is that the judge is already biased. He wants Aziz to be taken in the custody. And Mrs. Moore was auntie of judge. He has already told her to leave. Mrs. Moore has been sent away. Lawyer demands Mrs. Moore. Lawyer says, Mrs. Moore को बुलाओ. ये question है exam का. It's a question of exam. Lawyer demands Mrs. Moore. He shouts Mrs. Moore. She is the only one, only witness we have. Why she's not there? And when he shouts Mrs. Moore, the court is already filled with Indian crowd. They repeat the sound. Some of them were not even able to understand the proceeding. कुछ को तो पता भी नहीं था हो क्या रहा है. But what they do is, Mrs. Moore. The sound travels in the gallery. Gallery was also full of crowd. And the repeat, Miss Moore. It goes outside in the courtyard. And the repeat, S more, S more, S more. This is your question of exam. What do you mean by this? S more. S more, S more, S more. Mrs. Moore travel करते करते S more हो जाता है. What does that mean? Who will tell me this thing? Communication? Communication break? वो तो पेपर 1 वाला हो गया. You are in literature. पेपर 1 वाला नहीं चाहिए मुझे. Communication barriers ये सब नहीं चाहिए. बताओ. Literature. ना. Sound of so many people has made it as more. Yes, लेकिन what's the meaning behind? नहीं, not yes you can, no. This is what you have to understand. Literature है ये. Solidarity. हम आपके साथ हैं. We don't know the reason. We don't know what demand has been made in court, but all we know is that we are together. When the court proceeding starts, the white become white, the brown become brown, and all these brown people who have come to defend, all they know is that if one brown person is shouting Mrs. Moore, so even they are not understanding what is as more. They are just showing the solidarity that we are together. Easy language, easy style. हॉस्टल में या कभी कॉलेज में आप में से कोई एक बोलता है ना छात्र एकता, 50 60 100 आके बोलते जिंदाबाद, उसके बाद बोलते हुआ क्या है. What does that mean? What does that mean? Solidarity. हमारे स्टूडेंट्स का प्रॉब्लम है ना, हम साथ में हैं. क्या प्रॉब्लम है वो बात की बात है. This is showing ethnicity. That those people, tribals, villagers, illiterates, they all have gathered there. They don't understand what's happening exactly, but they understand this. If one of us is shouting, we are together. That Esmore is showing the ethnicity. उन्हें भी नहीं पता एस्मोर का मतलब क्या है, पर वो अपनी एथनिसिटी शो कर रहे हैं, सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं कि हम इधर साथ में हैं. आगे समझ में? जो साउंड है ना वो एथनिसिटी दिखा रहा है कि हम हैं और हमारे वाले के साथ जो गलत हो रहा है हम उसके साथ हैं. सो इफ हमारा लॉयर मिसेस मोर कर रहा है तो हमें जितना जो ट्रेवल करके समझ में आया मिसेस मोर गॉट इनटू एस मोर, यस वी आर देयर. अब डिबेट डिस्कशन शुरू होती रहती है, चलती है. अडला क्वेस्ट फाइनली कम्स. Indirectly she has given the clean sheet. Now the clean sheet is given to Aziz that नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं था, leave, and she also wants to return. Dr. Aziz comes with a speech. उसमें से एक बड़ी अच्छी लाइन है. My personal letters were read in the court just because a white lady had a doubt. वो कहता है मेरे पर्सनल लेटर्स तुमने पढ़ दिए कोर्ट में just because a white lady had a doubt. Write down this line. My personal letters were read in the court just because a white lady had a doubt. This is what we are to you. This is what our life. वो कहता तुम हमारे क्या इज्जत करते हो, हमारी क्या रिस्पेक्ट करते हो. My personal letters were read in the court just because a white lady had a doubt. सिर्फ एक को डाउट था मेरे पे, इतनी सी बात पे तुमने मेरे पर्सनल लाइफ को कोर्ट में लाके पब्लिक कर दिया. You brought my personal life into court. The message is that who are we? We are not equal. And here he understands the difference. Normally Aziz used to wear coat pant. After the court proceeding ends, next day he is wearing the normal achkan and kurta. He is bringing back to his nativity, ethnicity. He realizes that after many days, Adalakwes has gone back, and after many days, they are not talking now. Mr. Fielding meets him. Mr. Fielding was a good man. He's not a villain. But when they had to choose the side, they went for the white side, others went for the brown side. Mr. Fielding meets Aziz again, waves hand and says, "Hello, Dr. Aziz, we are still friends. After all, whatever has happened, we are still friends." The reply comes, which is the last line and question of net exam. "No, not here, not under that sky." When Mr. Fielding says, "Dr. Aziz, we are still friends," he says, "No, not here, not under that sky." No, not here, not under that sky. ये लास्ट लाइन है पैसेज इंडिया की, एंड दैट हैज बीन आस्क्ड इन एग्जाम. ये लास्ट लाइन है. नो, नॉट हियर, नॉट अंडर दैट स्काई. He replies to Mr. Fielding. Mr. Fielding says, Dr. Aziz, we are still friends. Even after this much happened, we are still friends. Huh. It's a kind of reply. Brown man's journey through Western civilization. Solidarity word है, एक रूप था. Support तो अलग है, वो सॉलिलॉ की है. Solidarity literary device नहीं है. किसी के साथ हो ना, जैसे सपोर्ट के लिए होता ना. हम लोग दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में जब थे तो हमारे टीचर्स प्रोटेस्ट करते थे, सीनियर्स, तो हम भी चले जाते थे. तो हम सारे थोड़ी भावना लेके जाते थे कि आज कुछ कर देंगे. हम में से आधे इसलिए जाते थे कि खुश हैं, क्लास नहीं है. फिर वहाँ से दूसरे के रूम पे चले गए, फिर वहीं बत्रा सिनेमा में मूवी वूवी देखी आ गए. बट सॉलिडरिटी क्या थी कि नहीं, टीचर्स को कॉल है तो जाना है. तो वो चीज़ है. हॉस्टल में, अब कॉलेज में जब स्ट्राइक होती है तो सबको थोड़ी पता स्ट्राइक क्यों हो रही है. आधे इसलिए खुश होते कि आज क्लास नहीं है, चलो घर चलते. बट होते साथ हैं. मतलब ये था कि आपकी जो एथनिक आइडेंटिटी है, दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम इन द वर्ल्ड. आपकी एथनिसिटी आप नहीं चेंज कर सकते. आप चले जाओ अमेरिका में, बी इन अमेरिका फॉर 100 ईयर्स, नेक्स्ट 100 ईयर्स, जब भी आपका कोई नाम आएगा पता क्या बोलेंगे? इंडियन ओरिजिन. ऋषि सुनक कौन है, ब्रिटिशर है या इंडियन ओरिजिन करते रहते हैं? इंडियन ओरिजिन, इंडियन ओरिजिन, इंडियन ओरिजिन. तो फिर उसकी आइडेंटिटी तो कभी ब्रिटिश हुई नहीं. तो लोगों को कैसे बताएगा दैट आई एम वन ऑफ यू? सोनिया गांधी गॉट मैरिड टू Rajiv Gandhi. So technically, as our culture is like, if you have left your culture, you got married to this place, you belong to this place. But फिर जो अपोजिशन है वो क्या बोलते हैं, नहीं नहीं बाहर के. ये जो टैग्स है ना, एथनिक नेपोटिज्म वाले टैग्स, ये बाहर आपके पास हमेशा रहेंगे आपके साथ. आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते. वी आर डिवाइडेड इन मल्टीपल एथनिसिटीज. आप कभी चेंज नहीं कर सकते. यहाँ तक क्लियर है? लास्ट लाइन का मतलब बता दो, फिर आगे चलते हैं. व्हाट डज दैट मीन? नॉट अंडर दैट स्काई का मतलब क्या है? There is no friendship between the colonizer and the colonized. Friendship wants equality. It needs equality. We are not equal. तुमने हमें कंट्रोल कर रखा है, हमें गुलाम बना रखा है, तुम हमें अपने बराबर समझते ही नहीं हो. तुम कितने भी अच्छे हो जाएं, एक दूसरे के लिए दोस्त नहीं बन पाएंगे. What happens in Mohsin Hamid, Reluctant Fundamentalist, another post-colonial book. ये फिलहाल तो मत लिखना. I'll teach you this thing in Southern post-colonials. Mohsin Hamid wrote a famous work, Reluctant Fundamentalist, story of Genghis Khan. So he has been introduced as a Pakistani Muslim, studying there in America, doing good, favorite of teachers, smart brain, smart personality, everything in good. But then, one 9/11 happens. One 9/11, and we all know what happened to Muslims in America. The brutal tortures were given to them. इस पर तो मूवी बहुत सारी बन गई है. तो उनके साथ क्या होता है, ऑल ऑफ अ सडन सबको पकड़ लेते हो. चाहे आप सही हो, चाहे पुराने अच्छे हो, प्रोफेसर हो, डॉक्टर हो, इंजीनियर, कुछ भी हो, सबको एक साथ पकड़ते हैं. एथनिसिटी आ जाती है, दैट दे आर द आउटसाइडर्स, सो दे आर द वन हु कैन बी रेस्पॉन्सिबल. सो दे वेंट थ्रू ऑल काइंड ऑफ टॉर्चर्स. व्हेन द स्टोरी स्टार्ट्स, Genghis Khan has returned to Pakistan. He is in Karachi. And an American journalist is trying to interview all the Muslims who have faced, who have been tortured. So that American journalist has come to Pakistan to interview the people who have left America and come back. He is waiting for Genghis Khan in a restaurant. It's an opening scene. बड़ा अच्छा scene है ये. From post-colonial point of view, it's amazing scene. Genghis Khan comes from the backside, taps his shoulder. The American gets scared. ऐसा करके. And Genghis Khan says, "Oh, seems I have alarmed you. Don't be scared of me because I have a beard. I love America." टेंशन मत लो, मेरे को अमेरिका पसंद है. पहली लाइन बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है. Seems I have alarmed you. डरा दिया मैंने आपको. Don't be scared of me because I have a beard. My ethnicity. I love America. Don't be biased. हम नहीं चिढ़ते आपसे. फिर वो कंटिन्यू पूछता है उससे. You must be thinking, how did I identify you in a restaurant? मैंने आपको रेस्टोरेंट में कैसे पहचाना that you are the American? कैसे पहचानते आप? Color, appearance, face, difference. This is not because of your color. If you think color supremacy, racial supremacy, he said no, not because of your color. This color is common in certain provinces of Pakistan. या हमारे यहाँ भी बहुत गोरे लोग होते हैं, तो कलर तो नहीं, ऐसा तो नहीं है अमेरिका वाले वाइट है, कश्मीर चले जाओ आपको वाइट ही वाइट मिल जाएंगे, तो ऐसा तो नहीं है कहीं। तो फिर कलर तो आपका हमारा अलग नहीं है। देन द नेक्स्ट थिंग, योर ड्रेसिंग, योर फंकी हेयर स्टाइल, दैट इज अगेन कॉमन इन मॉडर्न कराची बॉयज। इस सेट हमारे यहाँ भी मॉडर्न लड़के हैं आजकल, ऐसे हेयर स्टाइल हमारे यहाँ भी हैं, हमारे यहाँ भी ऐसे फंकी ड्रेसेस हैं, मॉडर्न ड्रेसेस हमारे यहाँ भी हैं। तो ना आपका कलर, ना आपकी पर्सनैलिटी का जो कोई ड्रेस व्रेस एंड ऑल है, फिर मैंने पहचाना कैसे कि आप हो, कि सिर्फ आप अमेरिकन हो बाकी अमेरिकन नहीं है। अगर अंग्रेज को कलर से नहीं पहचान रहे हो, उसके कपड़ों से नहीं पहचान रहे हो, तो फिर कैसे पता लगे अंग्रेज है? एक्सेंट, एक्सेंट भी बहुत लोग बोलते हैं। मेरा एक स्टूडेंट है पुष्कर, बहुत बढ़िया एक्सेंट बोलता है, मैं तो खुद कहता हूँ नॉर्मल बात कर मुझसे। वो कॉल सेंटर में, इंटरनेशनल कॉल सेंटर्स में 7-8 साल से है, और पैसे उसको अच्छे मिल जाते हैं, 70-80,000। तो एक्सेंट में लगा रहता है, जेएनयू से एमए कर रहा है वो साथ में। एक्सेंट बहुत अच्छा एक्सेंट है उसका, आप उसकी शक्ल देखोगे, शक्ल से इंडिया देखेगा, एक्सेंट से पूरा वो मैकॉले वाला मुझे देख के याद आता है उसको देख के, ही इज वन ऑफ अस इंडियन। लेकिन जब वो बोलता है तो वो एक्सेंट से कुछ और है। तो एक्सेंट तो नहीं, इज नॉट अ रीजन, एक्सेंट नहीं होता। द परसेप्शन, द एटीट्यूड, you were the one sitting here with a feeling that you don't belong to this place, the belongingness, looking at things like this। सबको ऐसे देखोगे, अरे ये वो, अरे जब शहर की लड़की गांव की शादी में जाती तो अलग नहीं दिखती सबसे? ऐसे देखो। the perception that you are better, this is not good, inferior, superior, the way you were looking at things, that made me feel that you are the alien, you are the one who doesn't belong to this place। sense of belongingness, कहना ये चाहता है the inferiority and superiority concept, looking at things as these are inferior, you are superior। एक बार मेरी दोस्त थी एक कोरियन, दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में जानकारी में थी, तो वो उसको पानी पीना था, मैंने कहा वो पानी पी लो रेडी से, नो 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 ओनली बिस्लेरी। अब उसे क्या पता बिस्लेरी भी नलके में भर के आ रहा होगा कहीं, ये तो हमें पता है। अब उसे कैसे बताऊं कि बिस्लेरी भी कहीं ना कहीं ऐसे ही भरा होगा उन्होंने। द माइंड सेट, नो 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 वी कांट ईट द स्ट्रीट फूड, गोलगप्पे गोलगप्पे नहीं खाते वो, और हमें टेस्ट नहीं आता जब तक वो इतना हाथ ना डुबो दे पानी के अंदर। और वो भी पता आपको हाथ कहाँ कहाँ से। द मैसेज इज that neither color divides us nor your dressing sense divides us, the only reason is that you think you are superior, we are inferior, the attitude towards each other। तो वो कहता है कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तुमने हमेशा से ही सोचा हुआ हम ऐसे हैं तो तुम क्या कर सकते हो। दिस इज व्हाट अजीज फाइनली finds, that okay you are them, you are the those colonizers। Got it? याद रहेगा? The name of the book is Reluctant Fundamentalist by Mohsin Hamid, one of the finest book of southern post colonials। ऐसे ही आपको और भी बहुत सारी कहानी पढ़ाएंगे। हनीफ कुरैशी, माई सन द फैनेटिक, वो भी बहुत अच्छी कहानी है। नेक्स्ट वन, विच वन? मोहसिन हामिद, पाकिस्तानी ब्रिटिश राइटर, बहुत अच्छा राइटर है। मोहसिन हामिद, पाकिस्तानी ब्रिटिश राइटर। द नेम ऑफ द बुक रिलक्टेंट फंडामेंटलिस्ट, बहुत अच्छी किताब है। सदर्न पोस्ट कॉलोनियलिस्ट पढ़ने हो ना तो एक इसको पढ़ लो, तैयब साली, writer from Sudan, is good। Hanif Qureshi, Hanif Qureshi's famous work, My Son the Fanatic। It's also a good story, My Son the Fanatic, story of a father and a son. They are from Pakistan living in America। Father has lost his ethnicity, father has become one of the Americans। स्टोरी में क्या होता है इसमें? These are the southern post colonials, ये आपके पोस्ट के पार्ट हैं एक्चुअली। Father son both from Pakistan, both following the religion Islam, but father living in America has forgotten his culture, his religion, and has become one of the Americans, living the modern life, club life, affairs, visiting prostitutes। He has totally forgotten his native identity। Son is a true Muslim। Son has not compromised his identity, Son goes for prayers 5 times a day. Son lives like a good man, following the culture, following the religion, and doesn't get uh, fascinated with the American lifestyle. Now, father and son live together. बाप जो है वो पूरा कन्वर्ट हो गया उधर. बेटा जो है अभी भी मेंटेन कर रहा है, आइडेंटिटी मेंटेन कर रहा है, एथनिसिटी मेंटेन कर रहा है. There are some scenes where father doesn't like son to be old and clumsy. फादर कहता है यार तुम कैसे हो अभी तक गांव में पुरानी चीजों में जकड़े हुए हो, ये देखो मॉडर्न लाइफ. सन इज लाइक ओके ओके ठीक है आपको जो करना है करो, लेट मी डू माई ड्यूटीज. देन देयर इज अ सीन, father is with his girlfriend, son is also in the car, and the son doesn't greet his girlfriend in a proper way. Father thinks he has insulted me, इसने मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड को ठीक से हेलो नहीं बोला. Father comes home और जो उसकी धुनाई करता है he starts beating his son. तो पीटते पीटते he gets violent, really violent. Son is just bleeding, but father is like, you are this, you are ashamed, you are this, you are ashamed. Keeps on beating him and keeps on calling that you are fanatic, you are fanatic, you are fanatic. Finally son replies, now who is fanatic? वो एक ही बात बोलता है, कहता पागल मैं हूं या कौन है? Now tell me this, it is not a simple story, you have to understand the story. Why father gets mad beating him? What was the reason behind this? Why father wanted him to surrender the ethnicity and become one of like them? The loss of identity, and son was the reminder. Son was the mirror. What did he, like when he came to America, he was a good man, but somehow he surrendered his ethnicity, became one of them. The guilt father had. Father के दिमाग में ये guilt था कहीं ना कहीं, that यार मैंने क्या कर लिया है. Son was a regular reminder. जो comparison था उसका वो साथ साथ था उसके. तो जो उसको पीट रहा है ना वो actually hits his frustration. It is his guilt, it is his failure. He's trying to kill him. He's trying to convert him so that he will never have the reminder. But son was the true reminder. Son was the mirror for him. So there they talk about the ethnicity, who you are, what you were, then what you have become, what's your future. नमस्ते लंदन देख लेना, पोस्ट कॉलोनियल के लिए बहुत काम आएगी. लेकिन सिर्फ उतनी ही देखना जहां पे अक्षय कुमार और वो लोग अंग्रेजों से बात करते हैं. उसमें बोलता नहीं वो अंग्रेज उसको कि तुम अपने आप को हम में से एक नाम रख रही हो. But she says, what's the name? She says Jazz. उसका नाम होता है जसमीत. But then she says Jazz. तो अंग्रेज को क्या बोलता है? By keeping a name one of us doesn't make you one of us. हमारे जैसे नाम रख लोगे हमारे जैसे बन नहीं पाओगे. Next लिखो Howard's End. Howard's End. This is very important. Primarily there are two families. दो families की कहानी है. Schlegels and Wilcox. Two families. It's direct L. Schlegels and Wilcox. दो families की कहानी है. The most important thing is that in this family there is a girl. She tries her best to maintain the relationship of these two families. इसमें जो लड़की है वो अपना पूरा बेस्ट एफर्ट लगाती है that these two families never break, they always be together. Name of the important characters: Margaret, Helen and Tibby. Margaret, Helen and Tibby. Tibby. Is primarily Margaret. Margaret tries her best that these two families are always together, like compromising her own love, sacrificing love for her sister. She sacrifices her life, every pleasure for the sake of these two families. पहले साथ में रहते थे, अब अलग अलग हो रहे हैं. She wants that these two families should always remain in touch, in connection. Now the important thing is that the question in exam comes, what is the motto of the book? Only connect. So all you have to remember is two families, Margaret and only connect. All you have to remember is two families, Margaret and only connect. Her target is to connect. This is one of the top 100 best novels. In 100 best novels, 38th rank iski. This is ranked as 38th in 100 best novels. The another important point, Wilcox family is based on, this is 38th rank in 100 best novels. Wilcox family is based on E.M. Forster's family. ये बोल रहे real story based है. Wilcox family is based on E.M. Forster's family. While the Schlegels are based on, Schlegel family is based on Virginia Woolf and Vanessa Bell. Virginia and Vanessa were sisters. The Schlegel family based on Virginia Woolf and Vanessa Bell. The theme of the novel and the epigraph is only connect. ये theme भी है और ये epigraph भी है. Only connect. Vanessa Bell. Virginia and Vanessa were sisters. Virginia got married to Leonard Woolf, so she became Virginia Woolf. Vanessa got married to Clive Bell, she became Vanessa Bell. दोनों sisters हैं. एक point और लिखना आपको इसमें. The book deals with condition of England novel. ये style है. This is a style. Condition of England novel. This is a style. Simple meaning, social novel. Social issues, social styles, social novels. No need to read. Make sure you remember only connect. The next one, A Room with a View. A Room with a View. No need to read. सिर्फ टाइटल लिखना है, A Room with a View. मॉडर्न्स में क्रोनोलॉजी का इतना ज्यादा इशू नहीं होता है, बहुत सेलेक्टिव क्रोनोलॉजी करनी है. A Room with a View. नेक्स्ट वन, Where Angels Fear to Tread. Where Angels Fear to Tread. पूरी लाइन क्या है बताओ? Who will tell me the complete line? Fools rush where angels fear to tread. So this is the name of the novel. The full title is, or full line is, Fools rush where angels fear to tread. The line taken from Alexander Pope. Line taken from Alexander Pope, Essay on Criticism. Alexander Pope, Essay on Criticism. Then another most important work for title, purpose and basic details, Morris, the novel dealing with homosexuality. E.M. Forster is believed to be homosexual. It is autobiographical. He was in a relationship with Edward Carpenter and others, and a member of gay rights activist. No need to read, but make sure you remember this. Morris, the question has been asked in exam. इसका एक line लिख लो. A tale of homosexual love. A tale of homosexual love in early 20th century England. A tale of homosexual love in early 20th century England. A tale of homosexual love in early 20th century England. Next man, बड़ा writer है, George Orwell. One of the finest writer you will read in literature. Real name Eric Arthur Blair. Born in Motihari, India. पहले वेस्ट बंगाल में था ना. रियल नेम एरिक आर्थर ब्लेयर. इनका जो बर्थ प्लेस है वो किसी का छोटा सा घर है, तो उसका गार्डन बना रखा उन्होंने, बहुत छोटा सा गार्डन. मैंने एक वीडियो देखा था, तो आई थिंक उसको क्लीन भी नहीं करते हैं, बहुत छोटा सा एक पत्थर लगा रखा है, एरिक आर्थर ब्लेयर द बर्थ प्लेस. तो उस टाइम देखा तो मुझे लगा था कि कभी ना कभी यहाँ जाऊँगा, बट उसमें कोई म्यूजियम भी नहीं बना हुआ है, वो किसी के घर का छोटा सा बैकग्राउंड है और उन्होंने ऐसा रखा हुआ है कि हाँ ये गार्डन है, बस ये रहा. एरिक आर्थर ब्लेयर, ठीक है. वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट राइटर. देयर आर 2 वर्ल्ड क्लासिक वर्क्स, बाकी भी बहुत अच्छे हैं, बट these 2 are really important. Normally they don't ask questions from animal form, they don't want you to read animal form. Who are they? The authority in any country. Authority. Animal form, most important. Let's go for it. Animal form is the story of an animal form. The name of the animal form was manor form. Mr. Manor, a farmer, a landlord, had 100+ animals, domesticated animal. The name was manor farm. सबसे पहले इसका नाम क्या था? manor farm. अब क्या होता है? Try to understand. This is a highly allegorical work. One old pig, he is on deathbed. And all the animal, when the man sleeps, they come out of their shelter, they come out of their cages, they come out of their rooms. They go to this old boar, he's almost dead, almost dying, and they listen to him. He's the most knowledgeable, most experienced animal. अब जो ये बड़ा सा पिग है, ये डेथ बेड पे है, और ये सारे एनिमल्स को थोड़ा थोड़ा गाइडेंस देता है. The final guidance that he gives is, he says, I have seen a dream. The final sermon, final preaching that he says is, I have a dream. किसका है ये? Martin Luther. Our dream. This final sermon is compared to that thing. And what is this dream of the old pig? He says, I have seen a dream that one day there will be no man ruling us. We all animal will be freed. We will have our milk for our herds and others, calf. We will have our eggs for our people. We will not work for them. They will not use us for chicken or anything. We will be totally freed. कहता मेरा एक सपना है और मैंने सपना ये देखा है कि एक दिन हम आजाद होंगे. He dies. But after his death, as he has shared his dream with all these animals get their assemblies. They do it in midnight when the man sleeps. They talk and they soon realize that we should go for a rebellion. अब धीरे धीरे इनकी सीक्रेट मीटिंग होती है, और मीटिंग कब होती है? जब जो आदमी, जो इंसान है, मिस्टर मैनर है, वो सो जाता है. रात को 11-12 बजे मीटिंग होती है. Soon they decide that let's go for a rebellion. अब रिबेल करना है. They have a plan. They are being led by 2 other animal. इनको 2 एनिमल लीड कर रहे हैं. स्नोबॉल, नेपोलियन. Both are pigs. Educated and smart pigs. Both are educated and smart pigs. Napoleon, Snowball, they guide them. They have made a plan to rebel. The plan is fixed. They already have made a plan to rebel. But then what happens? Mr. Manor, he's away for few days. Animal farm is unattended. The animals are not given proper food. And when he returns after 5 to 7 days, the all animal are angry and he starts beating them. So some of these animals, they are not able to control the anger and the rebellion starts. 3 days prior to the day, just like Indian Revolution. कौन से दिन प्लान हुआ था और कौन से दिन मंगल पांडे ने वो बंदूक उठा ली थी? तो 2-4 दिन पहले नहीं शुरू हो गया था रिबेलियन? प्लान कब था और हुआ कब था? जस्ट लाइक दैट. 3 दिन पहले रिबेल शुरू हो जाता है. and they attack. Now there is a heroic description of the war. The horses, taking the help of the front leg, they kicked them with the other two legs. Dogs started biting them. Cats scratched their faces. Birds started hitting them with the beak. And goat and everyone else, all other animals with horns and this and that. They finally beat those 7-8 people. They drive them away from the animal form. One goat is killed by a gunshot, and now there is no man. अब इंसान को उन्होंने बाहर निकाल दिया है. The first thing they do is they remove the name manner and they call it animal form. अब यहाँ से इसका नाम पड़ता है animal form. Mr. Manner नाम हटा दिया है. Mr. Manner has been driven away. He has been defeated. They assemble at the battlefield, जहाँ पे मेन लड़ाई हुई थी, where the goat was killed. They sing the national anthem, हमारा प्यारा animal form. They 3 times repeat the national anthem. They declare the goat the war hero. And then they take a walk in the manner form because they had never seen the where man lives. All they could see was their own cases. So they go, they check the bed, house, TV, how the man lives. The inspection is done. And now when they get back, there are only 2 pigs who can lead them, Snowball and Napoleon. They both start leading animal form. They're like, अब से हम सब ठीक से रहेंगे. For a few days, things are good. But now Napoleon and Snowball, they have their issues. Snowball is liberal. Napoleon is capitalist. Snowball wants everyone to have peace, love, sympathy, empathy. Napoleon wants to make animal form more successful, better than all other animal forms. They both have different opinions. So soon they have contradictions, they have issues, and they call for the election. Election के लिए बुलाते हैं. One more thing. Before the election, they go for a common constitution. एक संविधान बनाते हैं. 7 rules. There was an old blackboard. They write 7 rules. Write down these rules. 7 commandments. Write down those 7 commandments. The first commandment is no animal shall sleep in bed. No animal shall sleep in bed. No animal shall wear clothes. No animal shall drink alcohol. No animal shall wear clothes. No animal shall sleep in bed. No animal shall drink alcohol. No animal shall kill any other animal. No animal shall kill any other animal. कोई किसी को मारेगा नहीं. All animal are equal. Two legs bad. Whatever goes on 2 legs is an enemy. इंसान 2 पैरों पे चलने वाला बुरा है. This is again a rule. Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy. Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy. When they made this law, birds objected. Birds said, we also have 2 legs. So Napoleon said, but your 2 wings are also counted. So the another rule is, whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is friend. ये आपकी 7 commandments हैं, Bible से ली गई हैं. This is biblical style. So देखो दोबारा सुनो. Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy. Whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend. 4 पैर वाला दोस्त, 2 पैर वाला दुश्मन. अभी रूल बन गया. They said that this is the common rule we all will follow and let's live. Now the election time starts. Snowball was good man, a good pig. Snowball was a good pig. Napoleon was a capitalistic pig, wanted to become rich. What happens? Election preparations are going on, and one day a news comes that the 9 puppies have been stolen. So there were some puppies. There were nine puppies, recently born, newborn. They are missing. Napoleon comes and says that Mr. Manner must have entered the animal form in midnight, and to take revenge, he has taken those puppies away. जो कुत्ते के पिल्ले होते हैं छोटे छोटे, वो 9 गायब हो गए. 9 गिनती याद रखना, 9 गायब हो गए. नेपोलियन कहता है कि वो मिस्टर मैनर लेके चला गया. एंड दे कर्स मिस्टर मैनर. नाउ इलेक्शन इज कमिंग क्लोज. स्नोबॉल इज गोइंग टू विन. Snowball has better ideas, better understandings. Nobody wants to listen to Napoleon. There are some good other animal. Boxer, the horse, representing hard work. Boxer is the horse who works very hard. Whenever he sees that the country is in danger, things are wrong, he starts working hard. He thinks that by his hard work only he can change everything. By his hard work only he can change everything. Next लिखो Benjamin. Benjamin is the donkey. Benjamin हम लोग हैं. Benjamin highly educated but doesn't speak. ये वो क्लास है जो जानता सब है, समझता सब है, बोलता नहीं है. The intellectual class. Benjamin is donkey. Benjamin Donkey is highly educated, he reads, he understands, but never speaks. Then comes cats. Cats are opportunist. जो भी जीत जाता है उसकी साइड हो जाते हैं. और बहुत सारे एनिमल हैं. Goats. जो goats हैं, ये सबसे फनी कैरेक्टर हैं. Goats are the illiterate population. Whatever you say, they do. गोट्स को वो रटवा देता है. 2 leg bad, 4 leg good, 2 legs bad, 4 legs good, and they keep repeating it slogans में. समझ रहे हो ना कहाँ पे जनता पे जा रही है? जिन्हें कुछ भी समझा दो बस रटने लग जाएंगे, समझेंगे नहीं, अंदर नहीं समझते क्या चल रहा है. गोट्स आर देयर. नाउ The final speeches are there. Election Commission ने भी बोल दिया कि अब आचार संहिता लग गई, अब ज़्यादा speech नहीं होगी. Snowball is giving his final speech. All of a sudden, 9 hounds appear. अचानक से 9 शिकारी कुत्ते आते हैं. They attack Snowball. They attack Snowball. Snowball runs to save his life. All other animals get scared. These dogs, the hounds, now they are no more puppies, they are hounds, trained hounds. They change Snowball and make him leave the animal form. And before anybody would understand what's happening, anybody could understand, they all return, these 9 hounds, staring everyone, surround Napoleon and set in a guard position. Napoleon के चारों तरफ आके बैठ जाते हैं guard करने के लिए. So here only Benjamin understands, because he was the smart donkey. He understands that Napoleon did that stealing. Napoleon stole those dogs, puppies, trained them, and has made his hound, and now we are in dictatorship. No more democracy. Napoleon becomes the dictator, the owner. Now the things are changed. Napoleon starts doing business with man. Animal form में जितना milk है, जितने eggs हैं, या all animal products, he starts selling it. इंसान से पैसे लेता है. Then some animal, they are still talking to each other and say that we have seen Napoleon trying to walk on 2 legs. हमने नेपोलियन को आधी रात में देखा है, वो 2 पैरों में चलने की प्रैक्टिस करता है. Napoleon is trying to become human. Then one day, they see Napoleon drinking. So some of them, they raise a question, they raise an alarm. It is not in our constitution. This is clearly written, no animal shall drink. He says, where is constitution? Show me. वो कहता देखो पढ़ो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। कितने पढ़े लिखे लोग थे वहां पे, कोई था ही नहीं पढ़ा लिखा। ही से रीड इट अगेन, नो एनिमल शैल ड्रिंक मोर देन नीड। क्या लिखा था उसमें? नो एनिमल शैल ड्रिंक मोर देन नीड। रात को जाके कुछ भी लिख के आ जाता था। दैट इज एक्चुअली सटायर ऑन आवर अमेंडमेंट्स। मेजोरिटी में आओ और कुछ भी कर दो। व्हाट वाज द रूल? नो एनिमल शैल ड्रिंक। व्हाट इज द अमेंडमेंट? मोर देन नीड। तो कह रहा कम कम पी रहा हूं, मोर देन नीड का। फिर उसको बेड पे सोते देखते हैं। दे फाइंड हिम स्लीपिंग इन द बेड अगेन। नो एनिमल शैल स्लीप इन बेड विदाउट बेडशीट। उसको बेड को विदाउट बेडशीट कर देते हैं आगे। फिर एक दिन वो नेपोलियन किसी को मार देते हैं। फिर वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन दिखाता है, सहारा लेता है संविधान का। नो एनिमल शैल किल एनी अदर एनिमल विदाउट रीजन। रीजन है इसलिए मार दिया। कैट्स आर इन सपोर्ट। गोट्स को जाके सिखाता है नो 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 नो, 2 legs गुड 4 legs बैड। एंड गोट्स शुरू कर देते हैं 2 legs गुड 4 legs 2 legs गुड एंड 4 legs बैड। एक और जो अमेंडमेंट है वो भी चेंज करता है, ऑल एनिमल आर इक्वल बट सम आर मोर इक्वल। सम आर मोर इक्वल। नाउ boxer keeps on thinking that I should work hard. So one day boxer is working very hard and he gets injured and his legs are broken. Napoleon realizes that boxer is of no use. Now he's just a liability. अब वो सिर्फ बैठ के खाना खाएगा, एसेट नहीं, अब लाइबिलिटी बन गया है। Napoleon calls the butcher. बूचर आता है, घोड़े को डालता है। Benjamin reads the name of the van. It's the butcher's van. Benjamin tells everyone. They try to save him, but the van has gone away. Boxer gets killed. Napoleon says that Boxer is doing well, he is fine, he wants to live there. And rest of the animals are convinced. Now finally what happens? He is walking on 2 legs. He has made their life hell. He does business with Mr. Manor and others, and Mr. Manor gives him counterfeit money, fake currency, and takes control of animal form. दोबारा से animal form मैनर फॉर्म बन जाता है। एंड क्या ये सिर्फ एनिमल स्टोरी है? डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड ना क्या कहना चाह रहा वो? दिस इज द रीजन इट इज वन ऑफ द सरप्राइजिंगली बैंड बुक्स। ये सेंसेशनल बुक्स में मानी जाती है। कभी एंटी गवर्नमेंट जाओ तो ये बुक मत रखना घर पे। सरप्राइजिंगली बैंड बुक्स में से है ये। नो एनिमल शैल स्लीप इन बेड विदाउट शीट्स। नो एनिमल शैल ड्रिंक अल्कोहल टू एक्सेस। No animal shall kill any other animal without cause. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal. बहुत सरप्राइजिंगली बैंड बुक्स की लिस्ट में है ये। It was against Stalin. It was initially against Russian Stalin era. अगर हम बोले ना कि इसने यहाँ पे अपनी किस कंट्री पे अटैक किया था, स्टालिन पे, स्टालिन एरा इन रशिया, उस पर अटैक किया था। हाँ, इट इज एप्लीकेबल एवरीवेयर। रशियन पॉलिटिक्स से डील करता है, बट इट्स ऑलमोस्ट एप्लीकेबल एवरीवेयर। ही वॉज अ क्रिटिक ऑफ जोसेफ स्टॉलिन। द नेक्स्ट वन, पॉलिटिक्स एंड द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज किसका वर्क है? मुझे उसका ये पता है, वाई आई राइट का तो पता है। पुट द टाइटल 1984। The another book we have is 1984. It's a dystopian novel. 1984, published in 1949. It's a dystopian novel. It is a world classic, बहुत important है, प्लीज अच्छे से पढ़ लेना। It deals with the modern age, के बारे में, where the society is ruled by a multinational company, Big Brother. ये imaginary future है 1984. He imagined it in 1949. What happens here? There is a company called Big Brother. Big Brother has taken control of the society. They are ruling. They have thought police. If you think against the government, you will be imprisoned. If you think against the government, that will be called thought crime. It is the government, they have hundreds of hoardings, boards, telescreens, लाइंस चल रही हैं, वॉलपेपर्स बने हुए हैं, होर्डिंग्स लगी हुई हैं, और हर लाइन पे, हर होर्डिंग पे क्या लिखा हुआ है? बिग ब्रदर इज वॉचिंग यू. आपका जो बिग बॉस है ना, वो इसी पे बेस्ड है. बिग बॉस इसी पे बेस्ड है. हमने हमारे स्टूडियो में एक पोस्टर लगा रखा है, बिग ब्रदर इज वॉचिंग यू. सीसीटीवी के नीचे लिख रखा है, कोई देख रहा है आपको. बीइंग वॉच, दिस इज व्हेन यू बीइंग वॉच, यू विल बिहेव. किसी के बिहेवियर को कंट्रोल करना ना, उसको एक इतना बता दो कि मैं तुम्हें देख रहा हूं, बस. जो कि हमारा एक कॉन्सेप्ट है ना, पेनोप्टिकॉन. रिमेंबर बेंथम, पेनोप्टिकॉन. So when you're being observed, you behave, because then all these social obligations are there. और अभी तो वैसे भी स्पाई हो ही रहा हमारा हर तरफ से. So isn't it happening? They know your thoughts. If not 100%, at least 80% तो जानते ही हैं आपको. आपके 6 महीने की एक्टिविटीज को अगर वो मॉनिटर कर लेना, in 6 months they will tell you that we know you. 6 months एक्टिविटीज, क्या सोच रहे हो, क्या खा रहे हो, कौन सा कलर पसंद है, कहाँ जा रहे हो, कौन सा टीवी प्रोग्राम पसंद है, सब आपके बारे में बताता है. एंड एवरीथिंग इज देयर, दे नो एवरीथिंग. गूगल, ईमेल, फोन नंबर, सब उनको पता है. सबकी मूवी चॉइस भी अलग अलग होती है. तो नेटफ्लिक्स में आप किस तरह की 6 महीने से सीरीज देख रहे हो, उनको सब पता है आप किस तरह के लोग हो. एंड दैट हेल्प्स देम टू मेक अस कस्टमर्स. कंज्यूमर्स बनाने में बड़ा काम आता है. अभी दिवाली आ रही है ना, आप सारी मिठाइयाँ जो है वो दिवाली के नाम पे आएंगी. कुछ मीठा हो जाए, कैडबरी, दिवाली के नाम पे. अभी पॉल्यूशन आने वाला है, दिवाली आएगी पॉल्यूशन आएगा. पॉल्यूशन आते ही जितने भी आपके एयर प्योरीफायर्स हैं, उनकी ऐड आनी शुरू हो जाएगी. अभी ये सब इसने पहले बोल दिया था. बिग ब्रदर इज वॉचिंग यू, इज होर्डिंग एंड प्लेस्ड एवरीवेयर सो दैट वी रीड इट अगेन एंड अगेन. When you read something again and again, it gets fixed here. Technically, you will always be scared. You won't do anything. हर वक्त आपको लगेगा कि नहीं, कुछ नहीं करना है. And even if you think that's thought crime, thought police will come to arrest you. Now what happens here? Here we have a hero, Winston Smith. यहाँ पे मिनिस्ट्रीज भी हैं, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ लव, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ट्रूथ, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फियर. They have a language called Newspeak. Now write down this name. Winston Smith works at the Ministry of Truth. Works at the Ministry of Truth, but doesn't like it. Works at the Ministry of Truth, but doesn't like it, and dreams about rebellion. Dreams about rebellion. A girl Julia meets him, confesses her love for him. उसको secretly एक letter देती है जिसमें she says that I am in love with you. They start a secret love affair. They start a secret love affair where they want to eradicate this big brother. उनका एक सीक्रेट लव अफेयर स्टार्ट हो जाता है. एंड दे आर प्लानिंग द रिबेलियन. दे आर जॉइंड बाय अनदर पर्सन, मिस्टर चैरिंगटन. अब ये दोनों लवर जो हैं, ये दे आर प्लानिंग द रिबेलियन. वन मोर पर्सन जॉइन्स देम हु वांट्स टू रिबेल अगेंस्ट द गवर्नमेंट, मिस्टर चैरिंगटन. इंपॉर्टेंट नाम है, नो भूलना नहीं. ये भी उनको ग्रुप ज्वाइन करता है दैट यस आई एम ऑल्सो नॉट हैप्पी विद दिस गवर्नमेंट एंड आई ऑल्सो वॉन्ट टू रिमूव दिस थिंग. आई ऑल्सो वॉन्ट टू डिस्ट्रॉय दिस बिग ब्रदर. So now they all are together, they are plotting against the government, and one day Winston Smith and Julia are arrested. Winston Smith, Julia दोनों arrest हो जाते हैं. And then we find out that Mr. Charrington was a spy. He was undercover officer. Undercover officer था वो. So, and they have been arrested for thought crime. सोचा कैसे हमारे खिलाफ. Julia and Winston Smith, because it was not allowed to fall in love. So they were in love. Then the another problem was that they were planning a rebellion against the government. When the government got the idea to confirm, they sent their own person, undercover officer, Mr. Charrington. Mr. Charrington has found the truth. Now they are in the prison. Winston Smith is given inhuman punishment. उसको एक punishment मिलता है. His head is placed in the basket, in a box full of hungry rats. उसके सर को एक डब्बे में डाल देते हैं. His head is placed in a box and the box has 10-15 hungry rats. 8-10 दिन से भूखे चूहे. And they eat his nose, ear, lips. खाना शुरू कर देते हैं. And what's the condition to end this punishment? He is given one condition to end the punishment. उसे एक condition दी जाती है that do this, we will stop it. Who will tell me? The condition is that you say this, that please give this punishment to the girl. तुमसे बुलवाना है. You have to say this. Transfer this punishment to the girl. He tries his best to not to say that, but somewhere he gives up and says, enough. Give this punishment to the girl. Well, the girl is not given this punishment, but this means treatment done, curing done. What kind of cure? जो भी अंदर प्यार था, treatment successful, गया प्यार निकल गया. He gives up. He says, भैया बहुत हो गया, उसको करो, मैं नहीं बर्दाश्त कर सकता. Technically, the message is that whatever the love he had, he was bearing up the pain. He didn't want to harm the girl. That has reached to a level where he says, fine, just kill her. I don't care. Please leave me. So the message is that love has been totally extracted from his heart. And at the end of the story, the boy and the girl meet again, and this time they don't even recognize each other. एक दूसरे को पहचानते नहीं हैं. Mission successful. This book was again banned. There are 21 books which are surprisingly banned. उनकी list में top पे ये. This is in the top list, top of these 21 surprisingly banned books. ऐसी किताबें जो बैन हो जाती हैं. And Winston जो है लास्ट में एक्सेप्ट करता है that he loves big brother. वो जूलिया को नहीं पहचानता है. He has love for big brother. At the end, finally Winston accepts that he loves big brother. और जिस रूम में उसको टॉर्चर करते उसका रूम का नाम था रूम 101. The room where he gets tortured is room 101. जब ये बोलता है ना जूलिया को ट्रांसफर कर दो पनिशमेंट, तब ये बोलता है कि मुझे सिर्फ और सिर्फ बिग ब्रदर से प्यार है. सरप्राइजिंगली बैंड बुक की लिस्ट में ये. I'll read this for you. Time included this novel in the list of 100 best English language novels which were published from 1923 to 2005. Modern Library included it in 100 best novels, ranked 13. Then in Big Reads, BBC's Big Reads, it was number 8. ये वर्ल्ड क्लासिक है, इसको बिना पढ़े मत जाना एग्जाम में. नेक्स्ट वन, बाकी माइनर वर्क है, ये राइटर खत्म हो जाएगा अभी. द रोड टू विगन पायर. ये तो वो राइटर हैं जो आते हैं भी समझ में. अभी तो टीएस इलियट साइड में बैठ के मुस्कुरा रहा है, अभी तो आया ही नहीं वो. द रोड टू विगन पायर बेसिक वर्क है, डीलिंग विद सोशलिज्म. नो नीड टू रीड, ओनली टाइटल. Dealing with socialism. No need to read. Dealing with socialism. Homage to Catalonia. Another work deals with Spanish Civil War, his own experience. Deals with his own experience during the Spanish Civil War. Deals with his own experience during the Spanish Civil War. The Clergyman's Daughter. So next work. The Clergyman's Daughter. Clergyman's Daughter is the story of a girl, Dorothy. Dorothy goes through memory loss. And then how she lives, that is the story. She suffers the attack of amnesia. Amnesia attack hota hai, and there she goes for memory loss and how she lives. Last title, Keep the Aspidistra Flying. Keep the Aspidistra Flying. Another work here. Story of a man who hates the god of money. He wants to be rich by insulting the god of money. वो ये दिखाना चाहता है कि हार्ड वर्क के थ्रू आप रिच हो सकते हो. You don't have to pray the god. It defies the worship of the money god. Experimental novel है, no need to read. Next one. D.H. Lawrence. मैं कह रही सारे आज ही करवाने, सारे कहाँ हैं? D.H. लॉरेंस बाकी है, इसके 4-5-6 वर्क्स हैं, प्राइमरीली सन्स एंड लवर्स मेन है. कैथरीन मैंसफील्ड, W.H. ऑर्डन, कॉनरैड, वेल्स हो गया, ईट्स, गाल्सवर्दी, J.M. बेरी, बहुत, स्टीफन स्पेंडर, लुइस मैकनीस, ऑर्डन, डायलन थॉमस. अभी एटलीस्ट अगर मेन भी काउंट करेंगे ना तो एटलीस्ट 15 तो मेन डेफिनेटली है. 5-6 ये नॉवल और ड्रामा वाले मेन है, फिर 8-10 आपके पोइट हो जाएंगे. W.B. ईट्स के साथ आयरिश राइटर्स जेम्स सीन, सीनो कैसी, दोनों इंपॉर्टेंट है. प्ले बाय ऑफ द वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड एंड स्टार्स इन द प्लाउ. इसके बाद जब आप इलियट करोगे तो इलियट ऑर्डन ऑलमोस्ट साथ में होते हैं, स्टीफन स्पेंडर वगैरह साथ में होते हैं, क्योंकि लुइस मैकनीस इनका ग्रुप था, C.D. लेविस. इनको करने के बाद फिर आपके 2-4 राइटर जो हैं जो मॉडर्न भी हैं और प्लस वो कहीं ना कहीं पोस्ट कॉलोनियल्स का पार्ट बन जाते हैं, कुछ वो आ जाएंगे. इसके बाद वी विल स्टार्ट पोस्ट मॉडर्न्स. पोस्ट मॉडर्न्स मोस्टली डोमिनेटेड हैं अमेरिकन से. जो अमेरिकन लिटरेचर स्टूडेंट्स पढ़ते हैं ना उन्हें पता होना चाहिए, द अमेरिकन लिटरेचर राइटर्स, मोस्ट ऑफ द अमेरिकन्स आर द पोस्ट मॉडर्निस्ट. बहुत सारे पोस्ट मॉडर्न राइटर्स आप पढ़ोगे वो अमेरिकन होंगे. एक्चुअली पोस्ट मॉडर्न लिटरेचर अमेरिका ने ज़्यादा संभाला हुआ है. चलो, सी यू टुमारो, रिवाइज इट.